Good morning and welcome back to Gazza's Koi Pond. A couple of bits and bats we need to do this week. As you'll see in this video, there's a couple of shots and recordings throughout the week with what's been going on. So if you could do me all a big favour, and if you all, let's see if we can get it right this week, look just down here in the corner of your screen, you'll see a little image of my logo. If you can hover your mouse over that, you'll see it'll allow you to subscribe. And if you click on there and subscribe, that helps share my content out to a wider audience. The more that people see my channel, the more it's spread throughout YouTube, the more viewers we'll get, the more subscribers we'll get. The win-win kind of situation we've got going on. One, for me, helps my channel grow. Two, helps you get more content for you to see. So what we've got to do today, and just gonna do this for a second, just in case any of you guys haven't seen any of this for a while, but there you go. I mean, I just googled what that was. Apparently it's a sun. We haven't seen it for a while. It's not in West Yorkshire anyway, that is for sure. So I just thought I'd let you have a look at it, just in case you missed it. What we're going to do, I'll spin camera around, let you see, and then I'll explain to you what the plan is. Hi guys, welcome back to Gazza's Koi Pond. And we've got a little bit of an issue, so we need to take care of it. I'm going to spin the camera around, let you have a look at it. After watching the fish yesterday for a little while, after I'd finished doing all the cutting back of the plants and the vegetation and such, I noticed there were a few of them flashing. After speaking with a friend who picked up a koi from the koi show the same day as me, he's tested his and he's found flukes on his fish. So rather than risk it, we're going to put some Fluke-Solve in and we're going to give him a treatment. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update and we'll see how it goes. I'll just spin camera around and let's make a start. So there you go, Fluke-Solve. And for my pond, this treats 2,500 litres per packet. My pond's 3,700 litres, which works out 1.5 packets. So I've mixed it all up in the bucket. Now I'm going to give it a little bit more of a stir when I get down to the pond, and we're going to pop it in and see how they do. I also picked up some wheat germ food for them as well, because they are still coming up, they are still hungry, they are still interested. So I'm going to give them a little bit of wheat germ as well. And then we'll get this stuff in the pond. Spin right back. I'll pop back to you in a second. Right, so I'm just going to give it a good mix up. And obviously you guys all know how to mix up a product, obviously, but it does say to well mix up. And I've got a sneaky suspicion that this is going to make them probably flash around a little bit more. I also noticed when I came out this morning that one of my fish, one of my little showers, was on the bottom on his side, and for a minute I thought it was I thought I'd lost it and it were dead. But as soon as I got the net off and put my hand in to try and see if I could get hold of it, it flashed off and shot off across the pond straight away. So I googled that one. Now it does say water qualities, water parameters if they're not just bang on, but I've tested them and they're okay. It does also say ammonia, rise in ammonia, but that's okay. So all the parameters are coming back good. So the only thing other thing I could find was water temperature. Now my water temperature last night when I came out and I checked, when I spotted that fish there, I thought, oh, better have a quick look, and it was dropped down to 10 degrees, maybe slightly lower, just under, it might have been about 9 degrees. So I'm wondering if that little fish ain't too happy with the colder temperatures, and if that's the case, we might have to think about getting some covers on and protecting it for the evening, or for the evenings. So I think that'll do for a good mix up, and we'll get it in the pond. I'll just put you on a stand and then we'll get it poured in. Well, after a whole year of everybody getting flukes and me not having any single parasites, I go to a show and buy a fish and end up coming home with some. But yes, it's not good to come back with parasites from a fish that you bought from a show. You'd expect them to be treated beforehand. There's always that odd one that could get through or slip through. But to be fair, it's a lovely fish. I got it really cheap, and the fact that I've just had to buy some Fluke-Solve to treat the fish is neither here and there, because it's still an absolute bargain. And the plus side is, should there have been any in the pond, at least now with it being treated, I know that the fish aren't going to be in there, all winter with parasites to pester them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this should clear it all up, and we'll see how we go. So for now, they're in, the treatment's in. It has gone a little bit cloudy, but a bit of froth on top. But I'm sure after it's filtered through a system for a good couple of hours or so, it should come nice and clear again. It doesn't mention anything about turning off the UV, it says it can be left on. So we'll see how they go. I just wanted to keep my eye on them now for a little bit and see if anybody starts flashing now the treatment's gone in. No signs of anything yet. I don't know if it'd be a good idea to feed them right now while they've just had a treatment put in. I can't see as it really will do them any harm, as at the end of the day I was still been feeding them tomorrow. So they are all clustering up down the bottom end there. And I did say I will be moving some fish on. At present I haven't moved these fish on, and I'm blooming glad I didn't do as well, because I am going to be taking these round to my dad's. Now the last thing I would want to do is to have taken anything round to my dad's and end up infecting his pond with parasites. At present his is testing alright when we've had his scrapes done, so rather than run the risk, I'll treat them in my pond, and once we've got it all under control and clear scrapes, we'll get those shububkins moved round. And I might be giving him one or two others as well. Oh, there's a couple starting to flash a little bit now, so it's irritating him a little bit. Fingers crossed. Well, hopefully it irritates the flukes and kills them and gets rid of them too. Now I did go for the Fluke-Solve. I'll just grab the packet so I can tell you. I went for the Fluke-Solve effective treatment for skin and gill flukes at low temperatures. That way then, with the pond going a little bit colder, it still works. So it still works to quite a low temperature, to be fair. And I believe effective at temperatures down to from 3 degrees. So with mine being at 10, this is perfectly acceptable to use in these temperatures. And I would imagine that it's been quite warm today, so at some point the temperatures will have warmed up. The pond's probably sitting around 12 to 14 degrees now, so, and they are flashing. They aren't particularly happy about that. It also says though, I believe it says it actually treats for use for treatment of tapeworm as well as skin and gill flukes. So fingers crossed if we've got gills, but the ones that have been identified are skin, but we should be covering all bases. It's not like my fish or my pond has had any Fluke-Solve in before, so I shouldn't have any immune system or fluke immune to treatments or anything like that, because it's never had any before. But even if it's there's none on my fish, but their fish, mine was lucky enough not to get none, I just don't think it's worth the risk. With them testing positive on their fish and on all 3 fish that he scraped, there were flukes on them all. The likelihood is my fish has been in the same vat from the same show, the same, you know, same stock. The likelihood is they all had flukes. So we'll make sure that these guys get treated. And as we come into the winter months, they're not going to be having to put up with that as well. So for now, like I said, we'll see how they go. I'll add this to the video for the end of the week, and I'll let you know how we go. Get back to you soon. Morning guys, this is the morning after putting in the Fluke-Solve, so you get to see this with me first thing in the morning. I don't know what we're going to find, fingers crossed everything's good. Not too bad so far. No sign of anything, give them a little bit of the wheat germ, see what you think of that. Nobody seems any worse for the wear. Pond water looks a bit frothy, but I've seen enough worse. And it's at the moment it's 7:24. I'm literally just about to set out the dog, go to work. A couple more down here. Still a bit slow to react. It's that time of year though now. Let's have a quick look at the temperature. See what it's dropping down to in the night. It's 12 degrees. So not as cold last night as the night before. Anyway, we'll leave them to have the breakfast and I'll catch you back up with you later. See you soon. Well, seems to be no sign of any fish flashing at the moment. It's Wednesday evening now, midweek. Just managed to pick myself up some insulation from my pipe work, so I'll be able to get that on from working in the building trades. The perks of being able to get bits and bats off your odd site manager. I'm just going to bang a little bit of food on. There's some producing a bit of waste, this wheat germ. So let's see if they'll come up and have a bit of something to eat. Still got a lot of bubbles on the top from the treatment that's gone in, but there's no signs of anybody flashing, so that's a good thing. Not too interested in feeding though. And it's been quite warm today as well. Thought they might have been a bit more switched on to it. There we go. Just a little slower. Feed them a little bit less as well, so they're not getting as much as they was. Certainly a lot less interested in the food than what they were. Well, we'll leave them to it and we'll get the lagging sorted out. That'll be the next job. Catch you in a bit. So, right, first of all, I don't know if any of you has followed me on Instagram, you'll have seen that one of my site managers was really good enough to let me take a couple of lengths of pipe lagging. Now it's quite a decent size. You basically just split it down the pre-cut line, slide it over your pipe, and it should lag and insulate the pipework. Now there's way more pipe lagging there than what I need. It's easy for me to get hold of it, so if anybody needs some and you are local, let me know. I'll see if I can get some sorted out, or if there's any left over, you're more than welcome to give us a shout. I only have a couple of lengths of pipe that I want to lag. One which would be the bit that's flowing around there to the little return into there. Two, I don't know if I'm going to bother with the intake just down there, but there's the return just there and into the filter just there. So I'm going to get a little bit of pipe lagging on. I have got 4 lengths. Yes, it will come in use when I do some slight alterations hopefully next year to the pond. The other one is, I've had the Fluke-Solve in. All the fish look to be doing well. They're all pretty active this morning, to be fair, which was a bit of a surprise. They've all been up to see me. But we have got this on top of the water, which is frothed up since I put that treatment in. Now, as you can see, they are popping almost pretty much instantly. But it shows you just how much turnover in the pond, how much oxygen is going into the pond, but I personally don't like seeing it. I think it looks a mess. It's like somebody put bubble bath in the pond. So, what I'm going to do is pop a little bit of this in. Bear 1 second while I grab the bottle. Right, so you're going to get to see this live. Now, this stuff is Anti-Labs Anti-Foam. Treats 2,000 gallons. And I've been using this for quite a while. Got a little bit left in the bottom, not a great deal. Difficult for you to see there, I don't know if you can see that there's about a quarter left. Now it does say that you're supposed to use up to 10 millilitres per 182 litres or 40 gallons. Well, I'm just going to do a bit of a koi pond lifestyle job here. I'm going to do a partial treatment and see just what that affects us. And only just put in 10 mil at this area and another 10 mil over into that area, and we're going to get to see just how quickly this stuff works together, kind of live. So let's give it a whirl so you can see. And it goes there, and look at that. I mean, instantly you watch the bubbles they just disappear. Stuff's brilliant. Now there will obviously be some all the time there, but we'll pop another little bit in this bit over here, so hold on guys while we do the dodgy bit. And I'll let that circulate around the pond, and hopefully we should, oh there you go, look, almost completely done, like that. Look how fast that stuff works. It's absolutely brilliant, man. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So there you go. One foam stroke froth free pond with nothing more than 20 mil of foam clear. See what the unsightly froth and foam present on the surface of pond is due to excess protein in the water. The more protein present, the larger amount of the foam. Well, I very much doubt that it was anything to do with protein, because I've hardly been feeding them, and we have been putting a treatment in. But now guys, just look at that. I mean, that stuff is absolutely fantastic. So if any of you have got an issue with protein in your pond, look, there's one little patch of bubbles there, another tiny little couple little bits there, and the rest of the pond is almost clear now. By the time that's dispersed around the pond for 5 or 10 minutes, there we go, stand back so you can see a full shot. Good stuff, perfectly safe with plants, perfectly safe with all types of fish. So, well worth a look. If any of you is interested again, I'll let you see. Foam clear, anti-foam, Anti-Labs. Wildlife friendly, all fish safe. Absolutely brilliant. But as you can see, that's only been in a matter of seconds. And we've almost cleared off all the foam on the top of the pond. Other job we've got to do, we've got a few of the lilies just down here. Again, more dying back. Just need to be removed. Little patch of piece floating around there. But, general maintenance. Flag the pipes, clean the filters. I'll lag the pipes over there, clean the filters, and then trim back some more of these lilies. And I'll go grab a little bit of food and we'll give these guys a bit of breakfast, as we always do first before we start doing any work, at least then they've had something to eat beforehand. And I'll let you see the new fish if we can get them to come up to the top. Just one other thing as well, I put these bird feeders out last week, a couple of weeks ago, and as you can see, the birds have been making good use of them. That one's completely empty. And this one's almost empty, so I'm going to get them refilled back up because the birds keep coming in and eating all the berries off the bush as well, and helping themselves to these. So we'll top them back up for them. There we go, guys. Fill back up, top back up for birds. One with mixed seeds, and one's got a bit of fruits and seeds in it, and quick tidy up of what they've spilt down there. But these berries, the pigeons have been coming in and taking these berries, and my wife was come out to put some washing out the other day, and she was scared half to death by 2 big pigeons flying out that bush. That was funny. Right, let's get on with what we're doing. There you go, just give you a quick look now. Look at that, absolutely froth free, all completely gone. That stuff is absolutely brilliant. Any of you guys out there need any more info, just hit me up, I'll let you know exactly what it is, but you should be able to see it on video anyway. NT Labs, brilliant stuff. There we go. Pipe work lagged off into this. At some point I'm going to try and see if we can make something to lag all this off of as well. So that's up and done. Pond all nice and foam free. Lily bud there needs to net off. But I just thought I'd see if we can get it to come up a little bit. Some freshwater shrimps. Throw them a few on, give them a chance to have a bit of them. Just have to take my cockney califormometer out of the pond and take that apart and clean it because it's all gone green on the inside, which is a bit of a crap design. Needs to get water in it obviously so you can measure the temperature of it, but the fact that it fills with water and turns green so you can no longer read it seems a bit daft to me. But there we go. The pond's looking nice and clean and tidy. All insulated up for now, for as much as I'm doing for now anyway. Let's see if we can get down and get more slowly and see if we can get some of these guys to let's have a look at them. There's the 2 new fish there, Brandon's new one and the new chag. And then the other new fish, the Beneginga from the All England Koi Short. His jag's developing a little bit of black coming up outside of his body there as well. Little black spot. There's the new jag. As you can see, the bruising is fading now. I think if it had been slightly warmer, summertime, it would have been healed up by now, a bit quicker. Put a few more on. As I said before, in freshwater shrimps, it helps with digestion of the food, so it should do them some good. As you can see, guys, that foam remover from NT Lab does the job, and they only put a 10 for what they say that you need to put in, so cleared up all the foam from the treatment. Everybody's looking good, and pipes are insulated, filters are cleaned. As these lilies keep dying back, I'm just keep having to go in there and just take up the last little bits and net that bud off there. That's from one of the flowers that's died back. And that's pretty much going to be it for this week. So, off we come around. So guys, that's it this week from Gaz's Koi Pond. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And don't forget to click the notifications for all future uploads. Big thanks to everybody that's subscribed again. I had quite a large number of people subscribed from the Birmingham Koi Show. Really do appreciate it, guys. Thanks very much. And fingers crossed we keep growing. Up to nearly 200 subs now, so people are liking what they see, obviously. For all those that do come back on a regular basis and watch the videos again, thanks very much. But if you do look at your screen, just down here in this bottom corner, you'll see a little link, my logo, so hit that, subscribe, share it with other people, and help us grow some more. So until next time, guys, keep smiling, catch you all soon, take it easy.